Welcome back to Nation of Glory. Today we take you on a journey into the life of a man who has become one of the most beloved figures in Hollywood and beyond. A man whose charm, talent, and versatility have made him a global icon. We are talking about Hugh Michael Jackman, the Australian actor, singer, and producer who rose from humble beginnings to become a superhero not only on screen, but also in the hearts of millions. Stay with us as we uncover his inspiring story, filled with passion, resilience, and humanity. Hugh Jackman was born on October 12, 1968, in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. He was the youngest of 5 children. His parents, Grace McNeil and Christopher John Jackman, were English immigrants who had moved to Australia in 1967. But life wasn't simple in the Jackman household. When Hugh was just 8 years old, his parents separated, and his mother returned to England. His father raised Hugh and his siblings mostly on his own, which created both challenges and lessons that would shape Hugh's character. He often described his father as one of the most patient and selfless people he had ever known, and it was from him that Hugh inherited a sense of duty, discipline, and kindness. Growing up in Australia, Hugh wasn't always sure what he wanted to do in life. At school, he was more interested in sports than in drama. He loved rugby, swimming, and basketball, and at one point even considered becoming a journalist. Yet, inside him was a creative spark that refused to be ignored. When he took drama classes in high school, something clicked. He discovered that performing on stage gave him a sense of freedom and expression unlike anything else. That passion only grew when he studied at the Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts, one of the most respected acting schools in the country. At the academy, Hugh worked tirelessly to hone his craft. He wasn't the most confident student at first, but he had determination. His teachers saw potential in him: his deep voice, tall frame, and natural charisma. What set Hugh apart, even then, was his humility. He never acted like he was destined for fame, but he always gave every role everything he had. That work ethic would later become his trademark. After finishing his studies, Hugh began working in theater and television. His first notable role was in the Australian television series, Corelli, where he played opposite actress, Deborah Lee Furness. The two quickly fell in love, and in 1996, they got married. Unlike many Hollywood couples, their bond only grew stronger with time, and Hugh has always spoken openly about how Deborah Lee has been his greatest supporter, friend, and partner. Their love story itself has been an inspiration, proving that in the middle of fame and chaos, true love can be steady and lasting. In theater, Hugh showed his incredible singing and acting skills, performing in productions such as Oklahoma. His musical theater work earned him recognition and opportunities beyond Australia. Then, in 2000, Hugh's life changed forever. Hollywood was searching for an actor to play Wolverine in the upcoming film X-Men. Initially, Hugh wasn't the first choice. In fact, several actors had been considered before him, and he was almost overlooked. But fate had other plans. When he finally auditioned, the producers saw something powerful in him: a raw intensity, a physical presence, and a depth of emotion that fit the character perfectly. Hugh was cast as Wolverine, and the rest is history. When X-Men hit the screens, audiences were captivated. Wolverine became one of the most popular characters in the franchise, and Hugh Jackman's name was cemented in Hollywood. He went on to play the role for nearly 2 decades, appearing in multiple films and, ultimately, becoming the face of the character worldwide. It wasn't just that he looked the part; Hugh gave Wolverine heart. Beneath the claws and gruff exterior, audiences saw vulnerability, pain, and humanity. It was a performance that made Wolverine iconic. But Hugh Jackman was never content with being just a superhero. Unlike many actors who get typecast, Hugh pushed himself into diverse roles. He starred in romantic comedies like Kate and Leopold, thrilling dramas like The Prestige, and even lent his voice to animated hits like Happy Feet and Flushed Away. He showcased his ability to transform, and audiences loved him for it. One of the most remarkable things about Hugh Jackman is his love for music and theater. In 2012, he stunned audiences in Les Miserables playing Jean Valjean, a role that required immense emotional and vocal power. His performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor and showed the world that he was far more than just Wolverine. Years later, he returned to musicals with The Greatest Showman, a film that became a worldwide phenomenon. Songs from the film topped charts, and Hugh's performance as P.T. Barnum inspired millions to believe in the power of dreams and imagination. Beyond his career, Hugh Jackman has always been admired for his personality. Despite his fame, he is known as one of the kindest and most grounded stars in Hollywood. He values his family deeply, often prioritizing his wife and children over red carpets and fame. He has also been heavily involved in philanthropy, supporting causes such as children's health, poverty alleviation, and education. His charity, the Laughing Man Foundation, helps coffee farming communities around the world, proving that Hugh doesn't just play heroes, he lives like one. Of course, life hasn't always been easy for Hugh. Over the years, he has faced health challenges, including multiple surgeries to treat skin cancer. Yet, he has always approached these struggles with openness and positivity, reminding fans to take care of their health and to stay strong in the face of difficulties. His honesty and resilience have made him even more relatable. In 2017, Hugh gave fans one of the most emotional performances of his career in Logan, where Wolverine's journey came to an end. The film was raw, powerful, and heartbreaking, showing a vulnerable side of the character we had never seen before. For many fans, it was a farewell that solidified Hugh's legacy, as not just an actor, but a storyteller who could touch the soul. Even after retiring from Wolverine for a while, Hugh continued to explore new roles and returned to his first love, theater and musicals. And in 2024, fans rejoiced when he reprised Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine, proving that sometimes legends never truly fade away. What makes Hugh Jackman's story so remarkable isn't just his talent, but the way he has carried himself through fame. He has never let Hollywood change his core values. He remains humble, approachable, and full of gratitude. Whether he is singing on stage, acting on screen, or simply spending time with his family, he embodies warmth and positivity. Hugh Jackman's journey from a boy in Sydney with uncertainty about his future to a global superstar is one of dedication, perseverance, and authenticity. His story teaches us that true greatness is not about fame or fortune, but about staying true to yourself, working hard, and using your platform to make the world a better place. So as we look back at Hugh Jackman's incredible life and career, one thing is clear: he is not only a star of the screen, but also a hero of humanity. His legacy will continue to shine, inspiring generations to come. Thank you for staying with us through this journey into the life of Hugh Jackman. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nation of Glory for more inspiring Hollywood stories. Until next time, keep believing in dreams and celebrating the legends who bring them to life.